All right, let's get into a really fun retelling of a classic story you probably know.
So picture this. You have Amberlye Gruff, and she's saying this to her 3 sons, Homer, Woody, and Charlie Ray, pretty much every single day. You can almost hear the sigh in her voice, right?
And you know what? She wasn't kidding. These 3 brothers were going through a massive growth spurt, and they were always hungry, like bottomless pits. It felt like nothing could ever fill them up.
I mean, they had literally eaten everything in sight. The lawn? Gone. Just a patch of dirt. The hedges she so carefully groomed? Yep, eaten too, down to nothing but these skinny little twigs. But the real breaking point, the moment she knew this was serious, was when she caught Homer, the biggest brother, actually chewing on aluminum cans from the recycling bin. Okay, yeah, something had to change.
So Amberlye comes up with a plan. She tells them, look, across that old stone bridge, there's a meadow. And this place is like a paradise for hungry goats, full of fresh, sweet grass. And for Charlie Ray, the youngest, his eyes probably lit up because he remembered his absolute favorite thing was over there, dandelions.
But, of course, there's a catch. She gives them a warning. Listen up, she says. There's this crabby old troll, Charlene, who lives under that bridge. She tells them Charlene might hassle them a bit, but, and this is key, her bark is way worse than her bite. Or so she says.
Well, that was all the boys needed to hear. They were out the door in a flash. And of course, being brothers, Woody immediately starts teasing Charlie Ray, saying he's going to eat all the dandelions. Charlie Ray, not having any of that, just yells, "Not if I get there first," and bolts. And just like that, it's a full-blown race.
So Charlie Ray is way out in the lead. You can hear his little hooves just trip-trapping on the stones. He's feeling pretty good. And then he hears it. This deep, gravelly voice rumbles up from right under the bridge.
And there she is, Charlene the troll. And wow, what a sight! Charlie Ray is trying so hard not to just stare at her skin, which is this slimy olive green color, or the gooey warts all over her face.
Charlene starts coming toward him, actually smacking her lips. And she explains that the troll for crossing her bridge, get it? Troll, toll, is that he becomes her dinner.
Yeah, this is not looking good for our little guy, Charlie Ray. But Charlie Ray, he's a quick thinker. He starts pleading his case like, hey, look at me, I'm just a skinny little goat, hardly a snack. And then he offers her something much better. His bigger, much meatier brother, Woody, who's right behind him. Charlene actually thinks about it for a second and agrees. So Charlie Ray just zooms across the rest of the bridge, grinning from ear to ear. Not only is he safe, but he's just slowed down his brother Woody. And what does that mean? More dandelions for him. Win-win. So, sure enough, just a few moments later, Woody comes around the corner. He sees his little brother just getting to the meadow, and he picks up the pace. He thinks, hey, I can still catch him. I can still win this thing.
And you guessed it, as his hooves start clattering on the bridge, that same deep, gravelly voice booms out from underneath. Woody just freezes. He totally forgot about his mom's warning. Now that Woody gets a good look at her, he notices even more interesting details. He's trying not to look at her hair, which is this wild, matted purple mess. And her fingernails? They're dark green and so long they're actually curling back in on themselves. Yikes.
So Woody puts 2 and 2 together and figures his little brother must have pulled a fast one. So he decides, hey, I'll try the same thing. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm a decent size, sure, but you haven't seen anything yet. My older brother, Homer, now he is a real meal.
And it works. Charlene lets him pass. Woody bolts, feeling maybe a tiny bit guilty for selling out his big brother, but he's pretty sure Homer can handle himself. I mean, Mom said her bark was worse than her bite, right?
Okay, so finally it's Homer's turn. And Homer, he is in no rush. He's just kind of jogging along. He can hear his brothers arguing way off in the meadow, and he's just smiling to himself. And then he gets to the bridge.
So when Charlene pops out and gives him her whole troll to pay line, Homer doesn't even flinch. He's not scared at all. He actually laughs. He's super friendly about it and even tells her he likes her pun.
So instead of making up some excuse like his brothers, Homer does something totally different. First, he calls her by her name, which probably surprises her. Then he's like, hey, my mom is Amberlye Gruff. I think you two went to school together. And then, the kicker, he invites her over for dinner.
Charlene is just stunned.
She has no idea if this kid is for real, but honestly, the thought of lasagna and strawberry rhubarb pie sounds way better than a scrawny goat. So she agrees, and next thing you know, the three brothers are walking home with Charlene the troll right behind them.
And you know what? Dinner is a huge success. Amberlye is actually thrilled to see her old friend, and Charlene is a great storyteller. And at one point, she leans in and tells them, I've never actually eaten anybody. It's just a thing I say to scare people off.
Well, Amberlye is so happy to have her friend back, she invites Charlene to come over for dinner every single week. And Charlene, who admits it gets pretty lonely under that bridge, is so touched she actually blushes and just can't stop smiling the entire walk home.
And so just like that, everybody's problems are solved. The brothers get to go to the meadow and eat all the grass and dandelions they want. Charlene has a new friend and a weekly dinner to look forward to. And, maybe most important for Amberlye, the lawn at home finally gets a chance to grow back.
So, you ask how a story about a hungry troll ends? Well, in this version, it ends with a standing dinner invitation, full stomachs all around, and a surprising new friendship.